Okay. Okay, so let's look at alts sorted by alphabetical order. I'm hiding all the drawings. This is a 1 day scale. For last 2 weeks, what we have been doing is we are seeing where they stand in terms of the low. This is high, this is low. This is recent high, this is recent low, right? So I'm talking the extreme point, and then you say where they stand, because that's the only way right now. One of the members recently asked about resistance. I said, why you care about resistance? Because right now it's more about recovery. See, so this is very important point to understand, that we are recovering from the downside move that we saw from Bitcoin and all the alts. So right now, the first immediate priority is a recovery. When I say recovery, means at least reach up to the level where we were. So if we talk about 1 inch, because it's just we just open the chart, I can give you a resistance here, but what is the real meaning of that? The idea is we want to reach here, and then it makes sense to give resistance. So I can give resistance, but if coin is in recovery, why you would like to switch it, right? It's your choice, but the point is, would if a asset is recovering, and if I give you a resistance somewhere here, what would you do? I mean, would you not continue holding it? Again, I don't want to decide based on you, I mean behalf of you, but for me, and analyzing coin and providing interim support like this is too much. That's why I'm skipping that part. And also, to be very fact, not being pessimistic, I am not seeing Bitcoin at a level where I need to go through all 60 coins and provide you interim resistance. That's why I want to avoid that as well, to be very frank, because the Bitcoin is here. Bitcoin is nowhere near to 47, 48K. And I don't want to just analyze all these coins for interim. So I'm simply saying that if Bitcoin keep on moving up, alts will keep on moving up. And if you're holding alts, you will see the rise in alts as well. So in that case, the providing resistance somewhere here doesn't make any sense. I will give resistance when it starts reaching this level or above. Then it makes more sense. I'm just giving the rational, because there are a couple of questions around that, and I said, don't worry about it, just enjoy the ride, right? As if when it is, as long it moves up, and then we'll talk about resistance. I'm not skipping anything, but right now that's not the priority. Resistance is not the priority. The priority is for us to see that coin recovers. It should come out of this mess and start moving in the direction of the recent high and reach up to the previous high, right? Then we talk, then it makes more sense. So this is upfront clarification right now. So that's why my approach is very simple for last 3 weeks, that this is the recent high, this is the recent low. Ignore interim lows, interim highs, interim, ignore it. We are talking about endpoints, high and low. And this is not about 1 inch, this for everything, all the coins. We want to see where they stand. So simple is it like near the low, near the mid level, near the high, or above the high? Four. And we are going through it, and maybe if there's something special, I'll comment about it. See, when there was a time, ICP was a tricky scenario because ICP was the only one which was making new low. So you might be wondering why I updated about ICP. It's not my favorite one. I do in and out, but it's not that ICP was special. That's why I'm paying attention. I was paying attention because it's an active coin and it was making new low. Okay, so that's another clarification, that there was a reason behind a quick update on ICP and not for other. Okay, so it's not about being biased about ICP. It is just simply because it was making new low. Other alts are not making new low. This is a low. Alts are not making new low. That was the only coin making new low. So that's a quick clarification, just in case somebody was thinking otherwise. Anyway, so come back to the uh, um, status. It's here, right? Above the low, not bad. So making progress. You may say is again this is making sorry, higher lows, right? What you will see that the different levels for different coins, but you can assume everybody is under recovery. Okay, or you may say they're consolidating, right? So they are not different in terms of their overall status. Everybody wants to rise from where they were. They are at different levels. That's the only difference. Okay, different levels will tell them, I mean, group them into their strength. That if the coins are higher, that means they are showing more strength than other. So that's the only difference you will see, a relative difference. And also the fact in crypto is those relative differences are not always true, because one fine day a coin makes a huge move, could fill up that gap and change the cat in the status. So anything that you see now is for now. If a coin makes a crazy move on the upside, it will change the whole entire setup and say, okay, now you know what, it is now near the high. So if 1 inch something happens and goes up, then it might become a top ones among the list. So here again, there's no reason for anyone to compare. And as I mentioned earlier, anyone who chase after pumps, anyone who change portfolio just after because some coin is moving up on a given day, will keep on doing for months because that individual is not understood the game. Anyone who chases after a coin which is pumping means that person is not a trader, a speculator, assuming that those kind of pumps he or she will see every other day. And the reality, it's not. Okay, you see a nice pump, if you are on that coin, enjoy it. If you are able to take that ride, enjoy it. If you miss that ride, don't get disappointed, because it's not that other coin will not pump. They will pump at different times, but if you keep on changing, if you keep on chasing the pumps, it is possible that you might end up losing more because you're late. And then again you will keep on doing, then you might end up selling at low rather than selling at high. So you might chase a pump, you buy that one, it goes down, then you're disappointed, you see another coin going up, you chase that coin, other coin, and then what you do here, you sell at low because you are not able to grab that earlier one, right? And now you're chasing a new one, right? And so on. So that's what happens with those who do frequent in and out based on pumps, will actually end up losing the capital. Okay, so this is again very important. These are so important aspects. Sometimes these aspects are more important than resistance and support. You will realize as you I mean, you have to put everything together. What I mean is, it's not just about resistance, it's not just about support, it's not just, you have to put all these things together to increase the probability of winning, being a good trader. Or so my attempt, and as a group, like, we had to elevate our game, right? That's the whole idea. Anyway, so don't chase pumps. Aave is is stabilizing. So you see it made a new low compared to this, but it's still high. So technically it's weaker than 1 inch. It made a low but not below this one. So if you want to study, you can study this way, that see, it went up, down, went up, and made a higher high, higher than this. You can study, it's interesting. So this was the bounce. You study this one, it bounced, but it did not make higher. So Aave is not so superior than 1 inch in this case. When it went down, it made a new low compared to this. So if you're enthusiast, then you can study, and this is interesting stuff. But you cannot judge, you cannot have this mindset and tag that 1 inch is better than Aave. So there's two different things. You study for learning, study to understand what happened or what is happening, but you cannot have that preconceived notion said this will happen. There's a difference, right? Because things change. But from study you can say, okay, 1 inch made a new high compared to this high, and when it went down it made a higher low, where Aave went up but made lower high and made a lower low, so this is weaker. So that kind of study you can do, it's fun, but don't judge that this is going to be the case in future. Okay, similarly Cardano is in between. You see this one, similar to 1 inch. Algo is making more progress, it's more, the range is lower. So another key aspect is, you see, Aave has a more range in terms of percentage. Look at the range. The consolidation range is higher. Where you look at Algo, your consolidation range is narrower. Of course, they are consolidating, but look at the swing, the high and low swing. There, they are. This is more like Bitcoin. This is like compressing. Yeah, this is like this contracting, where Aave is not contracting. It's like sometimes contracting but expanding as well. So more volatile. So when you compare us, you can compare from all these aspects. So you see what I'm doing. I'm giving you tool. I'm giving you angles. I'm giving you aspects through which you see things differently. And it's not about a coin, it's about a chart. That's another point I keep on saying. We are analyzing a chart, we are not analyzing a coin. Because that's how it has to be. Okay. It's not about a coin or a stock, it's about a chart. When it is about technical analysis from pattern point of view, technical analysis is way beyond pattern analysis. But from as far as pattern point of view, it is agnostic of coin and stock. Okay, it's more about chart, the structure. AVAX near low, as you could see, made a new pretty deeper one, right? So that's, they are a similar structure, but you see the difference between all this. Then you'll start understanding that, hey, M is right in saying that, okay, how he's categorizing things now makes sense. You will find that we have 60 plus coins, but you will end up categorizing them in probably 3-4 coins. Now this coin, right, and this coin is a little different, but characteristics is similar. Structure is similar. VCH similar. PNB little better. Why? Because this low is not lower than this, so it's better, isn't it? This high is better. So this is similar to what? Similar to 1 inch. I'm flipping it. Do you see the similarity? So BNB is as similar to 1 inch. So I'll put both into one category. So I'm reducing number of coins that way. So when I choose, if I had to choose, it doesn't matter what I choose at this moment. 1 inch BNB looks same. BZRX, similar one, consolidating, new low, not bad. It's good today, right? But so another point, it's up by 5%. Would you chase BZRX because it's 5% up and other are not? No. Why? Because structurally it is here. When you look at, if you are Atom, for example, Atom is -1. Sorry, algo is not as, but it is also higher with respect to this, but when the BZRX is still lower and the same level as this level. So when you look at one day, this is looking better, but when you look at algo, it is higher, it has left these levels and moving up, and relatively speaking it is making progress in this at this angle, 45-degree angle, where BZRX is more flat, its angle is less than 45-degree. So would you judge by your percentage? No. See, so these are the angles that I'm providing here, and this approach is more valuable, you know, because this is like giving a key. You don't have to find a key for each and every lock. You just need few keys. Cake. It is not looking good, but it is way higher than this one, so it's not bad. CELR is totally different structure, so you can put in it went up, and so this was amazing. No other coin did this, right? It was amazing, but look at it is like making new low every other day, so it's not good that point of view, but still it's midway. We are recording the session, so please keep on mute. comp comp is better today, but it was too close to its low. Dash is not so good today, right? And it's it's not able to break above this slope. Doge is moving sideways. It's okay if it's also at a 45-degree angle. If you look at it, it reacted from R7, which was the old one. So amazing. Look at this one. This is its boundary, but you can say if you connect this one with this, you can, at this moment it's here, but this is your boundary for an example. Still, it's not bad. It's consolidating near the support, but if it starts moving down here, then it will change it. But this is still good. It's different than other, totally different flavor. Dot is approaching this, so not looking good, but it is better. It's above this one. So this was what Dot is doing right now. EGL did that 2 days ago, here, being here, and then now it's trying to climb up. So internally they have different life cycle. If you look at them closely, but big picture is the same. US ETH higher than this, which is good. FIL, amazing move, better than many, but then came down again, reset everything. So whatever gain it had, it just reset everything. That's a disappointing. Sharp move and total decline. So this is for nothing. So it's total reset. But now it's climbing. So we'll see if it could go up. Total different behavior. FTM is weak because it's pretty close to the low. Pretty weak coin so far. GRT is similar, amazing move on the upside, but then like downside, continue moving down, and now it's stabilizing here. H bar is also, I think, one of the weakest one. It is coming near this low. It's coming down quickly. So this is the weakest one so far, in my opinion. But this is also crazy coin because it has a tendency to make a big move. If you look at it, when it moved up like this, it was like as if it's going to recover everything from this plunge, but no. I had mentioned actually when this was moved, so many on the chatter were like excited. Of course, why not? But I said, hold on, hold on, hold on. I mean, see, sometimes I don't want to discourage people. It's like sometimes being observer. It's sometimes it's very difficult. It's so super excited to see H bar going up, and nothing wrong about being happy, but I hope they don't decide on, you know, based on just one bar or one move. That's always my underlying concern, that people get excited just because of one big move. And the same thing, one big move on the downside, they get disappointed and start regretting and so on. So this is very common. You have to just zoom out and see what is happening. So this was, I think, couple of coins did that. And anyway, so HNT was really good earlier. Why? Because it made a new high. No other coin made a new high, and it made a new high when everybody was correcting. That's so amazing. This is May 19. Everybody went down. I mean, everybody, yeah, all the coins corrected, but this coin went new high. I mean, made new high when everybody was uh, surviving. So, but now look at this. All this move is like, oh, okay, still not bad, but you see what happened. So in a big game, this was amazing, but now this is equally bad. So now it is as good as any other coin, which is like in a midway from its peak. That's my point. So again, if you just judge by this, that's also wrong. If you just judge by this, that's also wrong. So look for a big picture. I'm trying to explain in different ways. ICP, we talked about it in length. I don't think we have to talk more. It has been breaking below different levels. Support provided bounce. I was sharing Coinbase chart, not the Binance one. This is Binance ones. So, but it doesn't make any difference as far as price is the same. So it doesn't make any difference. But the point is the same. It made new low. The reason could be anything. I mean, there are good experts in our group who shared why it happened and all. Fine, but point is, of course, one thing is coin goes down because there are more sellers than buyers. As simple as that. When the selling, so selling could happen for various reasons. You can find the reason, but the reason doesn't explain where it is going to stop. When you are a trader, you can find a reason why it is dropping, but the reason doesn't help you to make a good trade. There is a difference. So you can find a reason why it is dropping, fine, that's good to know, okay, but that has nothing to do with trading. In trading, when you're trading, if it is dropping, what you want to know where it might stop, because then you can say, okay, now if I want to take a position, I can take a position. In trading, you want to know where it might stop, because that's where you want to book a profit or decide what to do, and so on. So no matter what information you have, the information, if the good information is helpful, good, but unfortunately that doesn't help in trading. Okay, so that's my take. So I provided the support where it reacted, But if the support is broken, of course it's going to look for the lower one and so on, and it will keep looking for, but it doesn't crash. Like someone was talking about 30. Why 30? Fine, you can have your logic, but that's, you're going too far, I would say. I'm not saying it cannot go to 30, but it cannot go to 30 just like that. It has to go through multiple supports. Okay, and then it might go to 30 if it has to go to 30, but it cannot just go to 30 like that. So if there was bounce here, there was bounce here, and there were bounces, and here also we're getting bounce. This could be the end of the fall, and this could be the rise. If Bitcoin recovers from here, and in other words, if Bitcoin doesn't go down from here, then this likely to be the bottom. We'll see. This is too early to say bottom, but this could be the bottom. So in that case, I would not think about 30. But if this is broken below, I'll still not think about 30, because I'm sure there could be another level in 40s. If the 40s level is broken below, I would think about 30s. So this is how I think. I don't expect anyone to just accept it, but this is how I think. I think from even analysis is incremental, or thinking is also incremental. You cannot just think extremes. um, it doesn't help. Like for example, talking about Bitcoin and 1 million, fine, it feels amazing. I mean, it gives us mentally, I mean, it's a booster. I mean, psychologically, it gives us confidence. But point is, it's just a scenario we're talking about, and we, of course, we love it. If I say, Bitcoin for 1 million, I know one, everybody enjoys. I mean, everybody is thrilled, and sometimes it's required also. I'm not trying to be so like robotic like that. It's required, and I have shared the chart as well, but that's a projection. But when you talk about support and all, you cannot just think about this. When you talk about resistance and support, you have to think about few, 30% move, 40% move, that kind of range. You think about the downside accordingly. You cannot just think about extremes. I still remember when Bitcoin was dropping, it when it was in 3,500 in year 2000. I mean, those January 2018, everybody was talking about 1K. I had no clue why people were thinking about 1K, because it doesn't go 1K like that. Anyway, so but this is how that's how people usually think about extremes. Um, I tend to avoid it. Yeah, you can have in mind that, okay, you know what, it might, but I would say don't trade based on this assumption. Like some comment says, I'm going to buy at 30. Fine. I mean, you can have a plan at 30, but the point is, what if it doesn't? So are you going to just wait for 30? You know, are you not going to use your money if it rises from 50? So like that. Anyway, so I would say think from support to support, that is more helpful rather than thinking about extremes. The ICX is also one of the weakest one. Barely it's moving up. Yeah, pretty weak. It's not bad. It's holding up this support, all your support. Not bad. KAVA, higher lows. Is it higher lows? I think I provided interim one. I don't know why. Yeah, and probably there was nothing surprise. I gave this one. KCS is looking good. You see, this is a good one. Why? Two reasons. One, of course, it's making higher lows, made a higher high, and this is also good candle. This is good candle for last 2 days. So to me, this is one of the good ones at this moment. Not just moment, but since here, good ones. And also, I mean, this coin is really good one from overall achievement point of view. Let me tell you this. this coin has proven itself. It's not just pump and dump. Any technical analyst who sees this coin would appreciate the way it moved. It's not pump and dump. And this point is actually all-time high, just to let you know. It reacted from all-time high. So it retraced here. So it's, you can think about a giant cup and handle. This is a cup. This is likely to be a handle. Not too much. Maybe a V-shaped recovery like this. A tiny handle, not a perfect, not a cup and handle. But what I mean is it will reach, touch this R3 and then may provide a major breakout. But then it will be a big one. It has to be a big one. So this coin is quality coin, both from a structure point of view and also historical data point of view. KSM, not bad. See, this is, reason could be anything. So another point about news based buying. See, the news, news are important. News gives that boost. And this is a psychological game. Sometimes when people get overwhelmed with the news, so when there's good news, definitely it pumps and it helps. But usually it resets. It comes to the macro factors. The macro factor is driven by Bitcoin. So when you see local or individual coin moving up, this was a news from KSM, but it didn't last long. It has reset the pump. In last 4 days, it has reset 70% of the pump, right? So this is a welcome move, of course, but it is now under the macro trend. I hope it makes sense now, right? But having said that, it is still one of the best ones because it is near, it reached near the previous high, and this level is not a level where it broke the previous low. So this is one of the good ones that way. But with this, I saw news and also saw chatters. You just cannot just go by news and decide your portfolio, change your portfolio. This is another thing. The pump could be because of good news, but you have to think from a macro point of view. What is the macro situation? What is the overall situation which is being actually dictated by Bitcoin at this moment? So as long as Bitcoin is consolidating or it is dominating, you cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore that fact. Link is one of the weakest one, and I'm a little amazed, but that's how it is. You have to just take it. I'm not sure why. It is strange. It's losing value rapidly. Wow. This is not bad. Not made a. It's, it's similar to Bitcoin, moving sideways. Still, it's higher, so making higher lows. MAN is not bad. Matic is looking good. This bounce was important. So Matic did amazing job here when everybody was correcting H like HNT coin, but then it lost value. This is like 54% drop percentage wise, 54. So this was amazing, but it came under the macro factor, right? It could not diverge from overall macro factor. So if you just focus on this, this is amazing. Why not? Proven itself. But when you look at the overall picture, it is no different than any other coin because now it's midway compared to this low and the high. Midway, right? So if you look at just in isolation, this is amazing. But if you look at overall, then it is like any other coin. So you might have gained, but then you lost. So you're back to square one. So again, this is an example. Anyone who just chased this pump now would be thinking, oh, somebody who bought it here probably would be in more loss than anyone who actually holding a coin from, let's say LTC for an example. I'm just randomly picking, because that person, if person you have bought here based on this pump, you must have lost some, like this much, correct? But if you have chased the pump for Matic and holding, then you lost more. That's the thing. Why? Because they are still under a macro factor. So individual pump from Matic, individual pump from KSM, which was more recent, or any other like HNT, which was much earlier, doesn't matter. They are here. That's a reality. Then this point to be noted, and this is the point a trader would note. Anyone who wants to uplift their game would note all this, right? Because this will take you far from any other trader maker. Um, awesome bounce, right? But now it's midway, not bad, but it's here. Neo, mm, okay, so and can not bad, especially trying to go up. So better in last 2 days. OGN, okay, moving down every day. Same, nothing. OMG, both are similar. Similar. See, if I hide the drawing, you will not able to find out what is OMG and what is QTEM. I'm toggling. Oh, this is one of the weakest one. I, probably I should get rid of it. Yeah, I should get rid of it. SKL,
Boring. Oh, sorry.
uh, SKL is near low. But today is much better. So SKL also bounced really well. In fact, it made a new high compared to May, but then again, it lost significantly. So this behavior was more like HNT kind of behavior. If you look at the chart of this one, SKL and HNT, it's similar. Yeah, see, SOL, amazing, and then now it's down. So it's again, it's midway. So you the path, what you will see, the paths are different. Some went up, then down. Some went up, down, went up, down. So you see different combination in terms of their path. What is essentially what they are, more or less in a mid level or lower level. Occasionally some are near higher level. Most of them are at a mid level, some of them are at a lower level. That's why I'm going with this approach, but I'm trying to explain the same thing by different ways, so you understand that you're supposed to see the big picture here. SRM is weak here, it's at the lower part. So she is better today. One fine move can change the status. Right now until yesterday it was weak, now it is much better. 6p is similar, not much of a difference. The EL is much better and stronger. It is consolidating. It has been consolidating in a more narrower range. If you look at it, this is this is much better, and this was nasty, really bad one. But look at the strength, and then of course this was a one dip, but now since then it is maintaining this level, which is upper side, which is very positive. So TEL is also one of the strongest one, and also from this move also, this was Awesome. But remember, history doesn't repeat all the times. This is so encouraging. But remember, it has gone through very long consolidation, and the TEL, in my opinion, has to break above zero point zero 0.04 for it to go up. Um, Otherwise, it can continue. So if it doesn't move up enough zero point zero 0.04, I just hate that this many decimals. Sometimes it's so hard to even read out so many numbers. Um, Theta is one of the good ones at this moment, right? Nice. Today 4.5% move, one of the strongest one. TRX is okay, nothing so different. Probably we should get rid of all this, some of the coins, because they're not so unique. Uni is okay, not so close. It's still midway. VET is similar, nothing much difference if you look at. VRA, not bad. Way was bad, now getting better. It was too close for a long time, but it's making progress now. Very volatile coin, surprisingly. It wasn't like that few months ago. WRX is better. It is recovering quickly, but very much volatile. Also, there was some news about notice, and also that also affects price, short-term price. XLM is weak, as you could see, but let's see. XRP is similar, nothing great, making higher low, which is good. Similar to LTC, XTC, similar coin. Wi-Fi, similar, nothing great about. Zen, similar, nothing special. Zilliqa, similar. So that's it. I think this is the analysis, and I think those they don't matter. These coins don't matter at all. They'll go up and down here and there for a few days. This guy matters. This is the only coin matters in this time. So spend more time. So look for this coin and its move. That's more important. Other coin will move up and down for a few days. This is going to decide the direction, okay, which is more important than levels. What we want is the direction, because right now the direction is down, right? I'm not saying forever, but direction is down, and this is a stoppage. What we want is direction to be changed. Then resistance and all this matter. Right now resistance and all do not matter. What matters the most is the direction. We want a reversal. That's the topmost priority. The reversal of this counter trend is the topmost priority, not the resistance. Resistance will get all this, not a big deal. What we want is this has to stop and change the direction. Once we achieve that, then we'll achieve a lot. So that's my summary.